There's about a 90% chance you're probably not going to see this video, so I'm just going to say what I want to say, regardless of anything and whether YouTube takes it down. Recently, this guy, Josh Strife Hayes, he made a video talking about YouTube's new AI policy. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, where's the video, Saros? Where's the video? Where is the video? Yes, I was curious where the video was too. I saw it pop in my recommended. I watched it, and I was going to talk about it, but he took the video down. He took the video down talking about the difficulties of what was happening here. Because if you go to his channel and you turn it on to, let's say, put it on restricted mode, it will block a large amount of his videos. Alan Wake videos, Claire Expedition 32. It's a lot. 8 months of his videos are gone. Despite the fact that if you go to the other mode, if you go to the other model, or if you go to the other model, which is unrestricted mode, he has made a lot more videos in that 8 month span than you would speak. He made Dino Crisis 1, 2, Legacy of Kain, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. He's done that. Those are the videos that he's made. Now, I don't want to call out Josh Strife Hayes or Josh Strife Plays any of his channels, but he did take the video down. I don't know why. I don't have any clue. I don't know the guy. No idea why he did that. And I'm discovering, and it's not him, bigger YouTubers don't care about the new restricted mode automatic setting and people getting unsubscribed because they believe that you just have to adapt to certain things. So people such as Ludwig was talking about this, talking about how YouTube is trying to take his channel and things of that variety. I was seeing this, I was watching this, and I was a little bit confused. I was a little bit perplexed. I was messed up mentally because I didn't realize that he isn't going to care. And neither is Moist Critical. He's not going to make a video about it because even if his videos get restricted, even if you turn on restricted mode and his videos get restricted, even if a lot of them get restricted, right? If you go to his videos, a lot of them get restricted because a lot of his videos, if you go to restricted mode, him, crazy amount of his videos get restricted. He uploads daily. It's not going to affect him because he's still getting paid crazy money. He's still getting paid. If a channel uploaded at this consistency and got 1 million views, 3.5 million views, they'd be doing pretty good. They'd be doing fine. Restricted mode, restricted maybe 90% of his catalog there. The bigger issue I'm discovering is that these bigger content creators do not care. They don't. The new AI driven policy changes on YouTube aren't a platform update. It's more so becoming a class war. And the big content creators, the ones I just showed you, the ones with the verified badges and the 8-figure deals, they're pretending like the battle doesn't exist. They're saying, oh, you got to figure it out. And they're still getting paid insane generational wealth money because their content is either predictable, algorithm friendly product, whatever it is. They release daily content. They've become their own studios, their own brands. A line item on their spreadsheet, a minor fluctuation in their ad revenue, that's not going to offset their overpriced hoodies, their brand deals, whatever they have, or promoting even a shady crypto exchange. It's not really going to change anything. They don't care about the system because it was built for them, by them, and it's actively designed to protect them at all costs. Meanwhile, the smaller creators, I'm going to show you a few smaller creators to give you a better example of who I'm talking about. This guy, right? This guy. So let's see. He makes a few videos. He's made a few videos. What happens if I turn on restricted mode on his thing? What videos get restricted? What happens here? Well, a few of them. It says that he has 29 videos, but you only see about 16. So half of his catalog is down. Or let's say, besides this guy, let's say Ask Your Uncle. Let's turn on restricted mode. See what happens with Ask Your Uncle. What happens there? Well, 8 videos out of 31, you only see 8. You only see 8. This is to show you how drastic it is. So let's go to Captain Mac. Captain Mac, pretty good. He makes pretty long videos. I like his content a lot. Pretty fun person there. How do we turn on restricted mode and see what happens here? So out of 410 videos, including shorts, by the way, he only gets 3 videos. Three videos. 3 videos are shown from the drastic amount. I'm dreaming this drastic amount of. There's so many more videos, and there's obviously a bunch of shorts and things of that variety. This also affects shorts as well. I didn't realize it affected shorts, but it does affect shorts. It limits shorts entirely. It limits shorts. So let's say Locked In Luke. Locked In Luke went pretty good with his Monster Hunter video. That's a pretty good video. It's one of his biggest performing videos, and it's fun. It's a good video. And if we do that, you don't even get to see his biggest performing video. Out of the 32 videos he made, you see 2 of them. You see two of them. And then Sam Kennard. This is probably one of my favorite smaller creators. He makes outstanding content. One of the best content creators in the game. I would recommend seeing Sam Kennard. But if you turn on restricted mode, you just think Sam Kennard has, for some reason, almost 20,000 subscribers with no videos. Strange, isn't it? Even Topsy. I love Topsy. Topsy is just a tomfoolery, really strange guy. But if you turn on restricted mode, you are missing out on so much of the 42 videos. You're missing out on so much of what he actually produces. And it's not as drastic as you might think. You might think, oh, it is significantly more drastic than whatever you're saying. Because if you look at the difference, it's near night and day. It is near night and day beyond what you're going to see. It's so disgusting. Because here's the thing. YouTube doesn't tell you what videos are restricted. They won't tell. They refuse to tell you. The one-person team making documentaries about forgotten historical events, the animator who spends weeks on a 5-minute short, the deep dive analyst who unpacks complex themes, is getting absolutely eviscerated. They're higher for content. And what kills me is that people are saying, oh, they got to make better content. They got to just make better content. That's the issue. I recently saw this post and it pissed me off. It's by Zachary Smageli. It pissed me off because he was saying there's no verifiable YouTube content data. I'm going to show you the post. There's no verifiable YouTube content data that shows that actively things are happening. Zachary Smigel, this guy right here. My feed is flooded with misinformation about YouTube's most recent algorithm changes. Donald Doyle, he probably doesn't know what's going on. YouTubers are always 1 week away from bad views. He even clarified that he's not talking about this, not even making fun of everybody. He's doing his whole thing. And he's saying, maybe you just suck. Maybe first, people are conflating restricted mode with age. Those two things. The AI agency launching that needs to work with age against. According to YouTube, has nothing to do with restricted mode and hidden content. Second, restricted mode is not new. I know restricted mode is not new. If you search on YouTube and find videos, people are being put on restricted mode is what's happening. Finally, some users are restricted mode turning automatically. Users preset this is true. Leads 3 possibilities. A wave of users misunderstanding system, a glitch, or YouTube not being fully honest. YouTube's not being honest. But with August overlapping back-to-back season, it's possible school networks are enabling restricted mode. This will explain why some accounts have it turned on. Or the simpler things that people haven't enabled for a while and only now noticing because of all the recent attention. All right, this is stupid. This is because you would have missed so much of content. You would have missed so much. Either way, I've yet to see any proof that YouTube's AI verification update is connected to restricted mode. And this guy, he's very analytical and stuff like that. He's doing that, but this is a wide sweeping thing. It's not the fact that YouTube's new policy is connecting to some restricted mode. It's the fact that everybody's talking about it and it seems to be an issue. What's messing me up is that the stuff that adds value to the platform, the soul, human connection, that's the getting restricted. It scans for keywords. It flags unpredictable content. It mistakes nuances for risks, so that meticulously researched videos on a sensitive historical topic gets buried by this new nonsense. While a giant channel does a daily vlog of them screaming at a camera, opening loot boxes, and they get a fat paycheck. That's what happens. The system is not rewarding quality. It is rewarding consistency and compliance, the 2 C's. This is also more than just money. It's about the systematic erasure of artistic risk. The big channels are factories. They have teams, editors, managers. They can pivot on a dime. If the algorithm changes, they can turn on a new video by lunchtime. But that person who spends weeks on a video and not even knowing they're going to get restricted, they're an artisan. They're amazing. They spent 6 weeks carving one beautiful, intricate piece of work, and when they finally release it, Sam Kennard, nobody gets to see it. The AI, the mindless digital bureaucrat, stops to not advertiser friendly or whatever system they're doing, and it can't tell the difference between a thoughtful discussion on war and actual violent propaganda. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I am upset more so because what's gonna happen is that this video that I'm making right now, you're not gonna be able to see it in restricted mode. You're not gonna be able to see it. You're not gonna be able to see it. It's so agitating. And I keep seeing big creators say this statement and it pisses me off. Just adapt. You can't adapt when you're playing a rigged game. Adapting requires capital, time, and a safety net. Things a solo creator doesn't have. A big YouTuber can afford to experiment. They can make 10 different videos to see what sticks. If one gets demonetized, there's 9 others. Doesn't matter. The small creator puts everything into one video. That's their shot. That's their rent. When it gets demonetized, it's not an experiment that failed. It's a deep financial catastrophe. And that may suck. You may say, oh, just get a regular job. And that's fine. I do agree you should have a job before pursuing this YouTube thing full time. I still have a job. This thing is not paying as good as me probably think. It's a month of work down the drain. It's choosing between groceries or keeping the internet on. The most insulting part to me is the performative solidarity. That's agitating. The big creators will tweet a vague thoughts and prayers message to the creator community, and it's like, oh man, this is bad. This is horrible. This is horrible. And then all while their business is on the phone with their YouTube liaison, ensuring their revenue stream is untouched. That's what's happening. They'll make a 10-minute video saying, I'm gonna address the changes. That's gonna be a highly monetizable piece of content. They profit from the very system that crushes everyone beneath them. They are the landlords of digital tenement, and they keep raising the rent. This AI feature, whatever it is, or whatever YouTube is doing with the policy changes, is a creative apocalypse. It doesn't just stifle voices. It pre-selects the most boring, sanitized, and commercially viable content possible. It's creating a platform where the only thing that thrives is content that can be easily digested by a machine. It's content with no fun, no controversy, no heart, no point of view. We're heading towards a YouTube that is perfectly curated, endlessly scrolling through a ghost town. It's just garbage. It's becoming garbage. All the weird, interesting, challenging stuff. If you see this video, please make sure you tell everybody to have restricted mode just off. You probably can't see. I don't even know. The big creators, I don't think they're evil for succeeding. They're just culpable for silence. They have the platform, the influence, and the direct lines to the decision makers to actually advocate for change, but they don't. Why would they? The system is working great for them. Their silence is complicity. They are the billionaires looking down from their penthouses at the street vendors and saying the economy is doing great. That's what's happening. What do we do? A platform that was once this big haven for weirdos and innovators is now a glorified content farm, harvesting the attention of the masses to feed the bank accounts of the few. The soul of YouTube is being replaced by a profit-maximizing AI, and the people who could save it are too busy counting their money to notice the house is on fire. Little guy gets buried, and the big guy just turns up the AC. This is just, oh, the heat isn't hitting me. I don't got to worry about the dry Arizona heat. The tragedy, to me, the biggest part, is that it's not that the small channels will die. It's that no one's going to notice they're gone. No one. The algorithm will just recommend another video from a giant channel, and the endless, meaningless scroll will continue. The art will be lost, and the audience will be conditioned on a diet of empty calories. They will never even know they're starving. This is stupid. This is dumb. Please, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you want to. Show this to a big creator. Show this to your biggest creator, your biggest whoever it is, Ludwig or whatever. Force them to talk about it. Annoy them. Have them talk about it, please. I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. I love the ride when you're free.